What's up, everybody? Reeferman Reviews here, back with another video for you. It is a bonus type video today where I'm going to talk about my recurring dreams I've been having my whole life. So yeah, sit back, get ready to enjoy, click like, do all that stuff. Anyway, as long as I can remember, I've been having this dream. Not always the same dream, like the plot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever happens in the dream isn't always the same, but it's the same setting, it's the same world, it's the same whatever, you know? If you saw my randonautica video recently, where I was taken to a forest that very much resembles sorry. Damn. I was taken to a forest that very much resembles the ones in my recurring dreams. In the dreams, classically, how I remember getting to this world, there was like this portal. I'm trying to think the best way to say this. It was a house. I was in a house in the dream. I wake up in the dream, and I go into a walk-in closet. I shut the door behind me. I'm always hiding from my sisters or somebody. And I go into this walk-in closet that's in the hallway, and it has like this walk space through half the house. And if you go down to the end of it, and then you take a left at the end, it goes to the left, then there's a wall that shimmers, and I'd go through it, and I'd be on a stairwell that would spiral down. I never wondered what was up, or maybe I started at the top. I don't recall. Anyway, I'd go down this spiral set of stairs, and the walls would slowly get closer together with the ceiling getting lower. I didn't feel like I was shrinking or anything necessarily. Anyhow, I would get down to the bottom, and there it is, a little door smaller than I should be able to fit through. Somehow I open it, and I go through it. As I go through the doorway at the bottom of the stairwell, I find myself in a field, and I know the house is behind me. I look over my shoulder, and it's there and everything. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Turn back around in front of me. Like I say, there's a big field, and it's guarded by these two lion dog type beasts. They are beautiful but terrifying all at the same time. Let's see. I walk down through the lions at the gate, I guess we'll call them. I walk down through them, between them, and I'm looking at them as I'm going, and I know I'll be fine, but it's terrifying. It is the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced, but I know I'll be alright. So I go through, and the field, I go through the field. I find myself on a path, on like a dirt road path type thing, where it's no longer a field. There's a forest around me on either side of this path. And so anyhow, sorry, I'm trying to keep it rolling. I'm trying to keep this whatever, but if you've ever tried to explain a dream, then you know what I'm feeling right now. My brain wants to tell you about this thing, and I'm still over here. You know what I mean? Like, I should start here and work my way forward. You know, and I'm all jumbled. So I make it through the field, get onto that path into the forest, as I said, and as I'm walking down the path through the woods, I soon see a body of water off to my left, and as I get closer through the woods to the water on the left, there begins a cemetery, a big cemetery on the left between me and the body of water. Now, this cemetery's got like Hindu and whatnot type goddesses and stuff as tombstones and headstones and stuff. The 6-star goddesses of destruction and shit like that. Very bizarre, like even Buddha looking stuff, like all those kind of religions, you know. It's all represented in this cemetery here in the woods. So I keep walking, it's creepy, whatever. There's a path on my right, I'm coming back to that path. Alright? Cemetery path. When I say that, that's what I'm referring to when I come back to this point. Moving forward. Now I'm just trying to explain the landscape of this dream world and how I get there. See, this is just the outside of it, you know what I mean? Further on down the road, the water's still on my left, the trees on my right start to fade, and then there's water. There's a big bridge, you know, so there's water going around from where I came from, if that makes any sense. This bridge is huge. It is steep. It is terrifying. I'm either on some kind of vehicle with wheels or without wheels or no vehicle at all. I'm just walking or hovering or flying or whatever. It's different. I go over the damn bridge, and yeah, I know there's probably some psychological reasonings and stuff. Different peoples have different theories about that. I don't care about that. It doesn't feel real to me. You know what I mean? These are my dreams, my dream world, and none of those answers feel right to me. So anyway, moving forward over the bridge, we are now in a big city, and the buildings are huge. The doorways, there's no doors exactly. The doorways are blacker than black. So are the windows. Buildings are whatever color the buildings would be, but the entranceways and the windows, blacker than black. And the doorways are way too big for a human. Like, they're colossal. Sometimes there are people everywhere around me, and I'm trying to get through them. There's a train station that's kind of like a shopping center as well. There's all sorts of things like that. There's on the edge, if you go over the bridge, to the left is just the ocean still, is water. But on the edge of town is a big spaceport, satellite looking thing. There's a rocket ship, like a NASA ship, shuttle looking thing, sitting poised up like it's ready for takeoff. Sometimes the model of it variates to, it's a variant, whatever. Beside the point, I guess. There's a couple buildings on the edge of town that are the shady part of town, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's no real homes over there. A lot of vagrants live, kind of hang around over there and stuff. Very dark alleyways. I'm always in that area. But anyway, you go over the bridge, that's on the left. To the right is the rest of the city and the rest of this world that I have created. I'm going to pause the camera real quick, and then we're going to rewind to Cemetery Path. Okay, so like I said, rewind, Cemetery Path. All right, this is back up the path a little bit. If you remember earlier, I said this is where we're at. Whatever. So now we're at the cemetery. That path is on the right. Up ahead a little bit is a windy road that leads to the bridge. Whatever. Go down this path, because sometimes that's what I do in these dreams when I get to this point. And if you saw that video of the Forest of My Nightmares video about this very thing, those woods looked a lot like the woods in my dreams. And so that's why I'm here today, just kind of trying to explain the story of this dream and this dream world that I have created within my head. One second. If you could hear the music I've been playing in the background, it's Matthew V. Haynes, aka Clockmaster, on Clockmaster Music YouTube channel. He has given free permission for anybody to use his music in their videos and such. Turn it up a little so that you can hear it a little while I think here, while these motorcycles go by. This song is called Sunrise, published May 13th, 2021. Anyway, back to the dream world. I go up that path, and it's a fairly straight shot, where the trees are on both sides until there's a little bit of a clearing, and there's like an animal run type path that crosses the path I'm on. And from one side to the other, that side to that side, whatever, a big beast looks like a deer, but looks much bigger than a deer. I can't describe it. Literally, it won't let me describe it, like what it looks like. It'll only let me say deer, and that's not entirely even accurate. So, anyway, it stares at me, and there's like a communication of some sort, and it moves on, and so I move on. And as I move on past that, where that beast is, eventually I come to an old military fort looking thing, like from the 1800s or whatever, you know, Revolutionary War or whatever. But it doesn't look like anything I've actually seen in real life at those type of forts. It's just, that's the only thing I can think to communicate with you what it looks like. You come around the corner on a big hill, and there's like this big round entrance, and you have to step down into it carefully. There's like rocks and whatever leading into it, and it's a structure. This building is huge inside. I can't even, that part remains like a dark spot for me. I don't know what's in there. I know I've been inside, but that top spot, I know somewhere in the city, if you go over the bridge and go into the city and all of that, you can get to this spot by walking to the right building and going inside and finding your way up the stairs to this particular spot. And from up here, it overlooks the whole of the city. You look over one side, you see that spaceport thing and the bridge. You know, you can see the market area. You can see all of it. You can see the forest on the other side. But anyway, that's what that path is. I've explained basics of the dream world. Let's see. I guess what else I can say about this dream world, there's a certain section within the city, there's like a courtyard between the buildings, and you go back there, and I always remember it as a negative of a photo. Like everything's kind of black and white, you know, and like the snow, like the ground is frozen. But it's reverse colors, you know what I mean? So it's not a big glowing white, snowy, you know, it's dark but shiny, if that makes sense. And then the stuff that isn't frozen is white, you know, the stuff that isn't covered in ice or whatever is white. The buildings, same thing. Some of them are actually covered in ice, white ice, but because the windows and the doorways are dark as night, darker than, not shiny at all either, just dark. I'm always followed. I'm always trying to get through this city to a destination. Sometimes there's like this mall type building that I'm trying to cut through to get to the other side. My car's on the other side. Hey, I gotta, you can't be in here where, this is closed or whatever people be saying inside of the place. And I don't know, but it's a very real place to me. And I just wanted to make a little video to kind of explain where some of what I'm going to be doing with Randonautica in the coming videos, that's where it's stemming from. And I know the dreams are coming because as I'm going to sleep, I hear these war drums just banging in the distance, getting closer as I'm falling asleep, drifting into unconsciousness. And when the drums stop, I wake up, and I'm in the house, and it all begins. Sometimes there's people there that they're the same people, but I don't know them in real life. They don't exist in real life. Maybe they do. I don't know. But it's like I hate and love the dream at the same time. It feels like home, but I don't want it to be, and I don't want to be there. But anyway, if you've got any questions, leave them down below. Feel free to click like or dislike and do all that other stuff, because that's what we're here for, right? I'm a little rusty telling stories. I used to tell stories a lot. Love telling stories. But I'm a little rusty at it because people just haven't really... The people I used to love telling stories to are not around. They're still a part of my life somewhere. But, they're not actively there right now. And I'm not that person, and I'm trying to go back to be that person. Now, this story is real to me. This is a real dream I've been having my whole life. And I'd very much like to know why. I'd very much know where this world, this city is. It just feels real to me. Like, beyond what a dream is, Anyway, y'all, Reeferman reviews. Make sure you do all those YouTube things, and we will see you soon out in the Randonautica adventures, as well as some night exploration videos investigating a haunted forest. I'm terrified for that one. Yeah, I got some stuff coming, so stay tuned. Hit the nerdification bells. Not the notification, nerdifications, because we nerds up in here, Reeferman reviews. Y'all stay good to each other. Peace.